They say that only bad people have secrets, but it turns out that most serial killers do too. And some of those secrets are far more disgusting than others. Hold up, because today we're going to talk about one of history's most prolific female serial killers. A woman so evil that even her fellow serial killer colleagues were shocked by her depravity. The story of America's first lady of poisons, Amelia Dyer. Dyer was born in 1844 in England. Not much is known about her early life. Although rumors persist that she had a somewhat scandalous relationship with her father, which may have resulted in her being sent to an insane asylum for a brief time. Whatever happened there, she came out of it married to a man named Thomas Cutloff. But their marriage was an unhappy one, and soon they were living separately. By the early 1860s, she was living with a new man, a doctor named William Best, who would later become her accomplice. Together they had 3 children. But while Dyer was pregnant with her 4th child, Bess got her pregnant again, although this time accidentally. Oh, I'm sure you can see where this is going. Yep, you guessed it, another murder. When the baby was born, Dyer drowned it in a nearby pond. And from then on, she and Best were a murderous team, killing at least 40 people together by drowning and poisoning them. After disposing of their victims, they collected the life insurance money and split the profits. Just a heads up, this was also around the time that Jack the Ripper was terrorizing London's streets. And as the police were already looking for a possible female accomplice for him, they didn't think twice when they received reports of suspicious deaths surrounding Dyer and Best, but they were wrong. Their crimes would eventually come to light when Best's niece found a hidden key to a small box. Inside that box was a list of names, addresses, and amounts of life insurance on the victims. At first, Best tried to claim that these were all just business associates he had ripped off and run from. But when the police searched his house, they found several more lists, as well as a bunch of women's clothing, shawls, a nightgown, and a pair of stays, along with several human skulls hidden in a cupboard. Best killed himself before the police could get any answers out of him. So the whole affair went on to be known as the mystery of the blue shawl. Although many of the victims were unidentified, a few names stand out, including that of Catherine Eddowes, a known prostitute, and one of Jack the Ripper's victims. Because of this connection, author Stephen Grayling has speculated that perhaps Jack the Ripper wasn't a man at all, but actually a duo, Jack and Jill, or should I say Jack and Jim, referring to Dyer and her lover. After Best's suicide, Dyer was arrested and charged with the murder of one of their victims. She tried to plead not guilty, claiming that the victim had actually died from a botched abortion that she'd performed. But this didn't fool anyone, and she was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. While she was in jail awaiting her transfer to a women's prison, she tried to take her own life. Perhaps she would have been better off if she'd succeeded, because in prison, she became known as the most hated woman in Britain, and she didn't make friends on the outside either. Even after serving 12 years of her sentence, she was still considered so evil that no one would visit her in prison. In 1902, at the age of 58, she died in prison of a cerebral hemorrhage, probably for the best. But what really made her the most evil serial killer ever? Even other serial killers were horrified by her. That's because unlike most serial killers who kill for kicks or financial gain, Dyer simply saw everyone around her as pawns in her quest for money. Her crimes are so mind-bogglingly ruthless that they've inspired modern-day copycats. But thankfully, those copycats haven't been able to match her body count. She is by far the most prolific female serial killer in history. Those were the chilling tales of Amelia Dyer, a true monster in human form. So what do you think? What makes her crimes so much worse than other serial killers? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more scary stories like this one. See you next time.